This is real hard. Like, how do we even do this? I completely forgot. It's been a long time.
Start a story about you going into a gas station or hitting geese.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's how we start this nonsense. I went to 7-Eleven the other day, Tommy,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you wouldn't believe what I saw.
I have two answers to this. The first answer is Shane Smith. You probably don't know who that is, but he's a comedian, has the best 7-Eleven joke I've ever heard.
Oh, great. We're 2 minutes in, or we're 30 seconds in, and Tommy's covering a joke already.
Are you
Wonderful.
ready?
I'm
It's
ready.
Shane it's Shane with a Y. You gotta
Okay.
look him up. Awesome. He's very into body art, so he's got like tattoos all over his face and everywhere else on his body, but the face has a lot of tattoos on it. And he tells this joke about how he used to live across the street from a 7-Eleven. He's like, guys, I drank so much Mountain Dew. I was in there like 5 times a day. I drank so much Mountain Dew that I got the nickname Mountain Dew Guy. He's like, how much Mountain Dew do I have to drink to not have the nickname of Face Tattoo Guy? Which is fucking awesome. I love Shane Smith. He's actually in Michigan this weekend in the Grand Rapids area. Full House comedy. But anyway, I remiss. I don't know. I want to say that again now. I digress. That works better. Back to your 7-Eleven story. I'm sure it's way better.
Well, wait, you said it could be one of two things, and you said one thing, and it wasn't even a thing. It was you covering a joke.
Me marketing somebody. Yeah, I guess I was gonna guess something really dumb, like you saw like Nathan, the guy from the gas station at a different gas station or something.
Oh, you're ridiculous. So I was at the 7-Eleven, buying my wares as I want to do. And I walked down the aisle. And usually, I don't know what you know about a 7-Eleven. You ever indulge in 11-7 there?
Yeah, yeah. I used to like him a lot. I don't see him around much anymore,
Oh
but
Christ, there's one in every street corner up here in beautiful Bay City, Michigan. They're all over the
yeah,
place.
that's there it is.
They're like an invasive species. They're everywhere. It's crazy.
Right, they're pretty neat. I mean, I like them.
They're so neat. I mean, there's one right on the corner, like 2 minutes away. How convenient is that?
Yeah, it's like the Dollar General store for me.
Well, that's just, I don't know. In the hierarchy of things, isn't Dollar General a little bit under a 7-Eleven?
I would think so, probably.
I mean, you do your grocery shopping at a goddamn Dollar General. I don't do my grocery shopping at no 7-Eleven.
Dude, well, the majority of our grocery shopping we don't. I mean, it's just like this morning I needed coffee, so I ran down and got some
Yeah.
folders. You
Got a
know,
real hankering for some baked beans. Got to go to run to that Dollar General.
that's
Give me a
right.
snootful.
Yeah, they got candy. They got
Oh, geez.
every seasonal decoration you can think of.
Oh, man.
They
Anything
got
a country bumpkin can desire, it's there at the Dollar General.
they got a hardware. They've saved me a few times with some duct tape and light bulbs and stuff.
Oh,
So
yeah. I'm sure the best quality merchandise there
some
ever was.
some of the stuff ain't bad. Some of the stuff, I mean, it's not a Dollar Tree. No, that's like everything's a dollar, right? Dollar General. The name is. It's just like it's like Walmart's little brother or something, you know.
I get sad anytime I walk into a Dollar Tree.
Yeah, Dollar Trees are pretty depressing.
I'm like,
Right?
this is like a flea market or a garage sale. This is not even a real place. What's happening?
Definitely a flea market. That's excellent. Yeah, I was in there the other day, and believe it or not, the cashier wasn't even making sense. I don't even know what language she was talking. She looked Caucasian, and she looked like she'd speak English, but I wasn't really sure. But I wasn't really sure what she was like. Oh, you're back again, huh, sir? And she was looking right at me. I'd never been to this part of town in this town ever. Just like, oh, apparently I got a doppelganger out here hanging out at the Dollar Trees.
Oh my God, I saw Tommy the other day. He
Yeah.
must have been your doppelganger. He looked just like you.
Oh
I
yeah, and then she didn't give me my shit. She didn't give me my shit. She just stood there and she's like, "Did I give you your receipt?" And I was like, "No, I said I didn't want the receipt." And she was like, "Okay." And she just stared there and I was like, "But I'd like my bag." And she's like, "Oh my god." And so anyway,
he
you
looked
saw.
he looked just like you.
Yeah.
He had like full sleeves. he had your face, but
What
like
a
meaner. He looked like a badass version of you.
okay, it was me.
No, it wasn't because his mouth was closed. Your mouth is always open. His was closed.
He could breathe through his nose.
I don't know how, you know? He seemed to have like a radish on his shin, though, that he had tattooed, which is weird. But,
Huh.
um,
It was probably a lotus. Like a lotus flower?
excuse me. I know the difference between a lotus and a radish. This
I just say
certainly was radish like.
lotuses are usually tattoos, but okay.
Lotuses are usually tattoos. What do you know about a lotus?
No, I mean I don't know much, although I see them tattooed a lot.
I think it's a fun word to say. That's all I know. But I was at the 7-Eleven.
Sounds like it could be some boy's name. Lotus, get over here.
Oh, Lotus McGuire, get your fanny over here now.
Yeah, yeah, that's great. Lotus.
So I'm walking down the 7-Eleven aisle, and there was a vast emptiness on the pegs. And there was a sign that somebody had dutifully handwritten, and it said, "Condoms are now located behind the counter. Please ask for help." And somebody drew a smiley face, probably the most condescending smiley face that there ever was. And I had a great big problem with this because I've read all these reports, you see, because I read articles. I read articles on the internet. I do. Keeps me informed of life and shit. So I read that this generation coming up here, this new generation, this fresh crop of young world leaders, you know, gonna lead this world into the next golden age. I heard this generation is having the least amount of sex of previous generations.
I mean, like 25-year-olds? Is that what we're talking about?
Yes.
I mean, I guess that makes sense. I mean, it's not a mandate. It used to be like you're 18, you get married, you have kids, and you start a family, right? That's not the thing anymore, right?
It's not the thing.
So I could see that. And they don't. We have so many other things that generations before us didn't have. The entertainment thing is like it's endless, So
Who needs to have sex when you have Fortnite?
right, there was a lot of things to do in the 1930s. I mean, especially during Prohibition. Holy shit!
We can't drink. We could probably smoke, and we can have sex. So let's go.
Right. What else are we gonna do?
Yeah.
Right. So I can see that. I mean, I can see that. It would probably be a technological thing with the advancement of everything. So,
I mean, they're having the least amount of sex of previous generations. You go and hide the condoms on them.
right.
It might be an already embarrassing situation for some dudes to go buy these condoms, and then the poor bastards have to walk up all trembly and red-faced and ask for them from the judgy person behind the counter. My God, what a world.
Yeah, I mean, but yeah, whose fault's that? I mean, I don't know. It's like I'll go buy anything. I'll go buy tampons, and you won't see my face turn red. I don't care. But I'm also almost 40, so I guess I'm maturing.
these as long as you don't walk up to the counter and you're like, "These tampons aren't for me. They're for my wife. I don't even like this shit." Oh.
No, of course. I don't draw attention to anything. It's like the number one rule.
It's too bad, really. This really got my mind thinking. It's too bad that everyone was so sexually repressed in the 80s because you never could really talk about sex in the 80s, even though people were having it. That was a closed door thing. You don't ask, don't tell. You don't speak about it.
Well, Norm Macdonald said on did you hear his WTF interview?
Many moons ago, yeah.
Yeah, it was from 2011, and but Mark reposted it, so I watched it. I listened to it the other day at the gym. I'm back in the gym.
Oh God.
Yeah, titties were getting pretty big. I'm like, okay, this is enough. But Norm was saying that it always infuriated him with his mom that she would laugh at something that means like sucking your, whatever. Like, I can't even say it. Like, I don't know. He was saying like she would laugh at something that meant like fucking. And she would laugh at it because they didn't say fucking. And he's like, it's the same thing. It's giving you the same thought. Because she always got mad. And she told him that he shouldn't swear and stuff. She didn't like that. So Norm's humor developed from that because he just wanted to just say the thing. What's with all the innuendos? Is what his point was. You don't like sexual innuendos. Just say what you're talking about.
I see. I get it.
That's how, like Mr. Bill Engvall, his whole set is sexual innuendos, Nothing against that. There's a market for that. But I think Norm was saying, just say if you want to fuck her in the butt, then just say you fuck her in the butt,
Wow. That was vulgar.
Well, that's what he was, that was his point.
I see. I mean, we got awesome mascots in the 80s for all of our other vices. We got Joe Camel, Spuds McKenzie, the Noid, Mac fucking tonight.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, my dad and my brother were Mac the Night for Halloween one year. My dad made paper mache Mac the Night masks, and they were awesome. They wore black leather jackets.
Oh, that's awesome.
I
need photographic evidence of this.
I could dig them out somewhere. I know they're in a photo album. Yeah, pretty awesome.
However, we were denied some mighty condom mascot. We were denied the glory of, say, a cartoon horse named Samuel Trojan or something.
Oh, yeah, okay, that's a good one.
Standing out there, making condom use look cool and trendy. He's just this horse, surrounded by all these babes in bikinis at all times.
I don't want Samuel Trojan. I want Joe Latex.
Ooh, Joe Latex. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Joe Latex in his cool leather jacket,
Yeah, of course. Yeah, he just comes up and whispers something, and that's it.
He's holding a banana at all times with a condom on it. He'd be so influential that teens would just be using condoms at all times, even when they didn't need to. They'd just be going to the grocery store, putting condoms on, bananas and, I don't know, tree branches.
Sounds like our resident artist has to come up with a Joe Latex drawing.
Oh, yes. That's a great idea. I need a drawing of Joe Latex. I'm gonna make Brandon Chapman do this. Of Joe Latex, a cartoon horse slinging condoms, and his motto could be, "Don't go bareback, wear a saddle." Drop that beat, D-boy.
Put it in. We're drinking so much shandy on Thursday. We so motherfucking out here, though. We never been this out here. Woo! So strange, there's change in the sea. What you know about Leonard Skinner? Whack of the intro, the hot of the verse every time, baby. But I've been working like a working man do. Got my act together, gonna walk all over you. Pressure pushing down on me, pushing down on you. Shit, let's raise the roof. Woo! About time, it's the era of the rebels. Cloud 9 in the air up in the vessels. Generation fearless, got a taste for weirdness. Flow on fire, that's the way my beard is. Hard times, jump starting the grind. It's all good, y'all. Things fall apart sometimes. Let it go, let me know when you're ready, though. Don't push me, cuz to the edge I'm close. When the time comes, ride for something. Or live to be 90, then just die for nothing. Speak their heart, your baby, speak their mind. And I'ma play their part, and I'ma freak that rhyme one time for you. Rhyme one time for you. I'm an island, man. There ain't nothing else by me, man. And I drink enough whiskey to float a battleship around this bitch any motherfucking how. Wow.
Welcome to the Miserable Retail Slave Show. We're coming to you from the Pod Shack outside beautiful Bay City, Michigan. My name is Randy, and my mighty, mighty co-host, his name is Tommy. Say hello to all the people.
Hello, all the people. Mighty, mighty Tommy. I like that.
Yeah, you're like a mighty, mighty boss tone or something. That's the impression that I get.
Bro.
What was that?
That was a trombone going. Bro.
Sad trombone, like the one that follows you wherever you go, because you're a plump boy. That's funny. We're hilarious. We are a big dumb comedy show. Thank you so much for listening. And you might be asking yourself, where the fuck have you guys been?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know either, but it's going to be revealed very, very shortly. Like, I don't know, Tommy. This might be one of the biggest epis of MRS we've ever had.
Yeah, I would say it's the cherry on top, I guess. I don't know.
It's the cherry on top of the Miserable Retail Slave Sunday. That's what it is. If you're a long-time listener, you're about to be rewarded, I think. Or not. Maybe you'll be severely disappointed. Who can say? Who can tell?
They're about to be rewarded. What'd we win?
An hour and a half of stupid jokes.
Yeah. Okay.
That's your reward.
Okay.
Yeah. Years ago, Tommy, back in episode 88, if you can even believe it, of the Miserable Retail Slave Show, I filled out. You remember what I did?
No.
I filled out a Match.com profile. We did it together, live on air.
Okay. Yeah.
And that started the journey into this online dating world.
Wow. It started one chapter of it.
It did, yes. I mean, oh my God, so many peaks and valleys and hilarious stories and weird things and ugh.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of some of the names now. There was Red something.
Yeah, I mean, there was Snake Eyes and Blow Dog and Red. I mean, nicknames for days. And every weird, silly, stupid online facet of online dating, I think we covered at one point or another, you know?
Yeah.
Wow, that was thanks for the insightfulness.
I was starting to think that Joe Latex might be more like Joe the Camel. Maybe we should change his name.
Well, I thought that's what you were going for. I was like Samuel Trojan. You're like, no, Joe Latex. That's never been done.
I was thinking like a superhero, like Joe Latex. Like a guy.
And it never crossed your mind that Joe Camel would be Joe Latex. Wow, great.
Oh, because I wasn't thinking the animal. I was just thinking of your regular Joe. I was thinking of a human. I wasn't thinking of an animal.
Well, I said he was a horse, for crying out loud.
I know. That's why I was like, wait, did you say he was a horse? And then you skipped over him.
Oh, well, whatever.
I was changing him to a person, is what I was doing.
Well, that was ridiculous.
That's why I did it. That's why it was funny.
Well, I guess his name is back to Samuel Trojan then, okay?
We still need a drawing. Whatever one.
All right.
But I think Joe Latex is way too into Joe Camel. I didn't think about that. I wasn't going for an animal, so
I just bowed to your whims. I'm like, okay, he's playing along. I'll just go with it, even though that's very hack. I'll just deal.
Yeah, right, because I didn't think about. Oh, we just talked about Joe Camel too, but no, I was thinking of your average Joe, like who's the guy that you work with? As would be Condom Man, So I was thinking, it's going a different way. We're on two different pages, and we didn't realize it till just now when you're in the middle of your Match.com story.
Right? Yeah, I mean. There was not a lot of Joe Latex in my online dating days. We'll just say that. Anyways, Hemingways, as the boys and Let's Get Drunk and Talk Comics used to say. Couch Party Crew represent.
Well,
I mean, it's all the years of bleh, it's all led to this, Tommy.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what happened?
I do know what happened.
I know. Dear listener, everybody that's ever listening, beware to be I'm speechless. I can't even talk.
Can't even do it. You can't even get it out.
I can't. Hold on to your hats because what I'm about to say will startle you for the rest of your days. I'm not even kidding. You're not sitting down. You got to. If you're driving your car, pull over because you might crash into a goddamn tree.
I already know what you're gonna say, and I might do it.
I know. I don't know what just happened, but I think you just passed the fuck out. I don't know what that noise was, but my God.
I didn't hear it on my end.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, dear listeners, Randy got married.
Randy got married?
What? That's bananas.
Yeah, congratulations, Mrs. Perkins.
Humor. That's fun.
And your wedding was quite eventful.
My wedding was a disaster in every way, shape, or form. We'll just say it that. I mean, we were gonna have it outdoors, and it fucking rained, and it was cold.
The part that where I was at.
Well, I'm gonna get there. Don't you dare worry. Like, I didn't have very many people coming as it was because it was just a small, intimate thing, and Paulie Walnuts, his kids puking all over the place like an exorcist child, just pea soup galore everywhere, all over everybody. So they didn't come. Tommy, this Tommy of his, I want you to know, dear listener, about this Tommy because he really has a knack for messing everything up.
I was found not guilty.
Oh, found not guilty. We'll let the jury decide that, and I'm the jury, and I say you're guilty. I really feel for your mother because she must have been so worried about you, and probably still is at all times because you just bumble around and mess everything up at all times. I really just want to buy her a Mother's Day gift, and I'm like, I'm so sorry you've had to deal with this Tommy here. So, Tommy here is one of my best friends, has been for the last, I don't know, 12, 18 years. I don't know, whatever. Who cares? We're close dudes. This podcast has made us close pals. I talk to him all the time. And I said, Tommy, would you dare? Would you open up your heart and bless me with performing the wedding ceremony? Will you marry me and Pookie, my girlfriend, whom I adore?
I thought you said performing at the wedding ceremony.
Oh, I see. You had some knock jokes. You had some knock jokes all ready to go. Great.
I'm joking. No, I was reading the script. I had practiced the script numerous times.
You practiced?
I did. I wanted to make sure I had a good cadence down.
A cadence. Oh my God.
One word, it didn't trip me up, but it was encapsulated. I was like, okay, I can't say encapsulated. It's encapsulated. So I was even practicing that. So enunciation even.
I'm like, it would mean a lot to me if this Tommy would marry me. And can you imagine my cadence when I get a text message that says, I mean, everything was going wrong leading up to this. So imagine my cadence when I read the text message that says, I just got in a car accident. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
Oh, I know.
You did it on purpose, I'm sure.
I got out of performing at your wedding.
Yeah. He's like, oh, I'm going to fuck over this Randy.
I had two thoughts when I got rear-ended and they found me not at fault and everything went exactly in my favor, except for my car's so smashed up that it's going to be in the shop at least another month. Well, 3 weeks, they said. So that sucks. But, so yeah, driving has been a little bit of a nuisance, but got good family that's helping out. But anyway, my first thought was, oh, I hope they don't leave the scene. And my second thought was, oh, fuck, Randy's wedding. So you were always on my mind. You were always on my mind.
And I'm like, this has got to be some sort of grim joke. Like, I put all my eggs in the Tommy basket, and of course, what does he do?
I pop out of the cake.
Oh, God.
Pranked you.
Yeah. What does he do? He drops all the eggs in that fucking basket.
I didn't do anything. I got hit from behind.
Somehow it was your fault. I just know it.
Don't tell the insurance that.
Yeah, those dopes are like, oh, you're not at fault. But trust me, this guy.
No, I was not. I was not at fault. I got hit from behind. I was stopping at a red light, and the person behind me decided that they didn't want to stop. She said that she tried, but her tires wouldn't grab. It was wet out. It was raining, but she was very nice. So we waited there and waited there. And the cops never showed up. So I finally called a sergeant, and he told me I did everything right. And since it was like my third time calling before I left, he documented everything and let us finally leave at like freaking 8 o'clock at night. So
now this was like it was like 3 hours before I'm going to get married. And I'm like, well, that's plenty of time. He's not hurt. It's not going to be a big deal.
Oh, yeah. I thought so, too. And I would have made it. Well, see, I told you 8:30. I miscalculated what time I was going to be there. I actually ended up getting there at 8:10. So, but it's your story to tell, and I think it worked out very well.
Well, and so I keep getting these updates, and he's like, I don't think I'm going to make it. I don't think I can come. I'm like, Jesus Christ, what am I going to do now?
Because they kept telling me that every time I called back, they kept telling me I'm a low priority call, but not to leave the scene. All right, can't leave the scene of an accident. So, but I'm a low priority call. So, yeah.
So it's like 7 o'clock, and we were going to get married at 7:15, and people are showing up, and Pookie, my girlfriend, whom I adore, she was like, well, we can push it back a bit. I'm like, we're going to have to, because, like, what the hell? So there were a few other options here. My brother-in-law, my new brother-in-law, is he's a man of God. He's performed over 200 wedding ceremonies. He was an option. Tomko, my co-host from someone's favorite movie, believe it or not, is ordained as a minister.
Nice.
Which I didn't know. And our friend Nate Beerwad also ordained.
How did you have him draw from a hat?
I had him fight it out in the parking lot, Mortal Kombat style.
Yeah. All right.
And Nate turned into a humongous dragon and bit the head off my brother-in-law, so he won. He got to perform the ceremony. He married me and Pookie, my girlfriend, whom I adore, who became Pookie, my wife, whom I adore.
Yeah, he was very very excited to do that. So not that I wasn't. I mean, I was bummed, but the happiness from Nate and you guys seemed to be happy. So it was all right. No harm, no foul, I guess.
Yeah, it worked out well. I mean, Nate is a very humble sort. He gets very emotionally invested in his friends.
Yeah.
And so it meant a lot to him to do such a thing. So that was appreciated. I got this Tommy strolling in with a fucking Hotmail printout that he was going to read.
It was too.
He comes in with a shit-eating grin and a Hotmail printout. Because who has a fucking Hotmail account anymore? This motherfucker.
Chocolate on it.
Yeah.
It's chocolate smears and mustard for some reason.
I was still holding out for you, right? And you said you weren't going to make it till 8:30.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, we only got the place till 9. And they said if we stay over a minute over, they're charging us like an extra couple $100. I'm like, well, that's cutting it a little bit too close because the weather was crappy and visibility was awful. And I'm like, so we pulled the trigger. And as I was signing the marriage license, here comes Tommy strolling in.
Yeah. How long did it take? How long was the ceremony itself?
10, 15 minutes maybe.
Yeah.
And Nate, put on the spot, did an excellent job. He read it off his phone. He had like a book in front of it so nobody could see, and he did an excellent job.
Good.
My vows went over well. People thought they were fun and hilarious.
Yeah, good.
My voice cracked with emotion, like I'm a little bitch, which I didn't appreciate. Like, oh, that's dumb.
You finally went into puberty then.
I did. I'm like, I'm sorry, my voice is changing. Please forgive me. I'm getting married, you see. It's going to be my wedding night, and finally, you know?
Yeah, is there video of all this?
Of my wedding night? You sick fuck.
The ceremony.
Oh,
right?
No, there's not video of it. I'm sorry. You missed my wedding. One of my best friends missed my wedding.
Man, I went up there. I was going like 85. You're right. Visibility was terrible.
Yeah, I know.
It was bad. But yeah, I got there a lot faster. Like, we couldn't find tape to hold my bumper up.
So this guy shows up.
That's what was freaking me out. I was like, well, I'm going to have to find tape in the next 10 minutes. So that would put me there at like 8:30. But it ended up being like 8:10, I think, because we found tape like right away. So
yeah, he goes, I'm going to be late. It'll probably be 8:30 because I got to find duct tape to tape up my bumper. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? And sure enough, you've never seen anything like this before. The way this bumper was taped up. I should have taken a picture because it was the most ridiculous.
Yeah. It was hanging out by a little thread. It made it all the way home, though. It did. Oh, man. I was so mad. That car didn't even have a fucking dent on it. It was pretty much brand new when I bought it in June. And not even a freaking dent. I couldn't find one little dent. Man, I mean, it's going to be great when I get it back from the body shop. But
he took like half a roll of duct tape and didn't even tape it tight. It was still like...
We couldn't find anything to tape it to. It was pouring down rain.
It was like a duct tape. It was like a duct tape hammock. This bumper was resting in, just chilling out.
We couldn't find anything to tape it to because it was just like an arm swinging there, and so we tried to tape it up into like my trunk, and that seemed to work. Good enough. It got it there and back, but yeah, it was definitely a jank.
I don't think I've laughed that hard in quite some time. It was what I mean.
It's like, why wouldn't I drive that normally anyway?
Yeah.
It's such a Tommy mobile.
I mean, it was really, the day was a complete disaster leading up to it, but it all worked out well. It was a fun night. And I don't have any stress anymore, quite honestly. Like, all my stress about everything, gone.
Wow.
So, it's great.
Yeah, it's a spiritual awakening for you.
A spiritual awakening, yes. Yes, indeed.
You're a stress-free man now.
Yeah. So, I mean, what's the Miserable Retail Slave show now? The online dating quest is over, and now you get to hear me being a fat stepdad and all the marriage foibles. I'm going to be a horrible sitcom dad. That's what it is. You know?
You copied my life.
What?
You copied my life.
I did. I'm like, oh, you're my Lord and Savior. I must do everything you do.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
So I'm all domesticated now, ladies. Back off, you know. I got a ring on this finger. So yeah. Step off. I've got a new puppy. That's a thing.
Yeah, what's the puppy's name?
Ruby.
Ruby, that's right.
The cutest little terror there ever. She's not that bad. I mean, she's got the little puppy tendencies to bite you and everything else. But I mean, she's a puppy.
Right.
She's pretty well behaved. The first night we got her, Well, the next day we went to the store or something, and we came back, and it was like a shit holocaust. There was just shit every. We put her in her crate, and she was like so scared being left alone that she just spontaneously pooped everywhere. And I'm like, how is this possible? You eat these little tiny pellets of dog food, and I swear she shits the amount of shit 3 grown men do all at once. I'm like, how is this possible? Where does it all come from?
Right.
It was so gross. These puppies are gross.
Yeah. I don't have one.
Well, maybe you need one.
Ah, man, I don't know. We live so close to a road that's like people drive like 80 down. So
Life is better with a puppy, Tommy.
Yeah.
Suddenly, everyone wants to talk to you if you're walking a puppy.
Oh, that sounds terrible.
It's they're all delightful though. They're happy. You know why? Because you have a puppy.
Yeah.
If everyone should have a puppy on them at all times for emergency uses. There's a tense situation like a disagreement at work or a car accident, pull out your puppy. And all the angry voices will transform into that babbling sludge of nonsense talk that people slip into when they talk to babies or really old people or puppies. Like,
You like that, huh?
oh, I love it. I love it. I'm like, I
Have it.
I will have it. Thank you.
Have it all. I want to talk about real issues like metaphysics stuff.
I'm going to talk about real issues, and that's puppies.
Yeah. I guess the puppies are more real than metaphysics. So you're correct.
Absolutely. Their effect on people is the realest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, I'd say most people, right? I think there's some people that can walk by a puppy.
Yeah.
I'd probably a puppy.
Yeah. People that don't like puppies, though, are generally Nazis, I've heard.
I don't dislike them. I just, the older I get, the more I'm like, that's none of my business. And so
that's none of my business. That puppy's none of my business. What does that even mean?
There to pet the puppy and it bit my finger. I'm like, well, I should have minded my own fucking business.
Absolutely.
Right? What am I over here fucking petting a goddamn puppy for?
You don't have a desire to pet a puppy? Should you see a puppy?
No.
Interesting. You
No.
might be a Nazi.
Mind my own business. That's not my business. Not my puppy. Why would I touch something else? It's like, what?
Why would I touch something else that boop?
Yeah, well,
What a
somebody else.
sentence that was.
I don't know. It's like going up and like, you just slap the side of a fender of somebody's car you like?
Maybe. I don't know.
Nice ride. Doo-doo.
Yeah, it's weird. Like if you saw a horse, somebody riding a horse, you wouldn't walk up to the horse and start petting it, would you?
Hell no. Horses are scary. Those things are fucking huge.
Yeah. I tell you what, I'm very, very happy in my life, but if I were still dating, I would buy an entire pack of puppies, one for every day of the week.
Yeah.
My litter of debauchery, because these ladies out there, there's nothing they like more than puppies. Puppies trump babies every time. The rumor on the street was you take a cute little baby to malls and stuff, and women would walk up to you and be like, oh, no, get a puppy. You know, I should have just taken all my Match profile pics covered in puppies. I would have had dates for days.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, a bit creepy, a bit serial killer-ish, but
serial killer-ish?
It's weird. It's
swimming in a sea of puppies. Come on now.
Yeah, a bit weird.
So the puppy, Ruby, is a blue heeler, which they are Australian cattle dogs. They're renowned for their intelligence.
Act like a fucking expert. Well, I don't, Jesus.
Well, I Googled a few things, yeah.
You did your research.
I looked at Wikipedia and it told me these things before you don't just jump headfirst into puppy ownership. You got to Wikipedia it first, you know?
Wikipedia, what to expect when expecting a puppy.
Yes. And they're renowned for their intelligence. And I'm like, okay, I'll believe it when I see it, you know? But boy, this puppy's pretty smart. She knows how to...
Got you a wedding present?
Huh?
Did it get you a wedding present?
No, we didn't have the Oh, I guess we did. We had the puppy a week before. I mean,
Yeah.
she's only 3 months old. She knows how to ring a bell now to go outside to use the pot.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think so.
Little Pavlov's dogs action there.
Absolutely. She can sit like a motherfucker. She waits, she comes when you call her. It's great. We've got this, we bought this like little baby gate thing, but it's supposed to be a pet gate to leave her downstairs in this little like wide open area because we didn't want to leave her in a crate all day long while we were at work.
You're good puppy parents, yeah.
Yeah, I mean that just seems like, I don't know, you wouldn't want to be in a cramped box all freaking day for 8 hours.
No, thank you.
No, thank you. So we got this thing and spent like $60 or whatever and set it up. Within 2 days, she got out of it. She learned how to get out. And I'm like, okay, you know. So I had like the last week off of work, so it wasn't an issue. Today, I went back to work. The wife's at work. Nobody's going to be here. Nobody's around. Okay. So yesterday, I'm like, okay, I have to get some stuff done. I'm going to put her in this pen because she keeps bothering me. Get out of here, puppy. I got shit to do. I'm very important. So I put her in the thing and I walk upstairs and I look and she's right beside me. I'm like, what how did you do this? You're like Houdini, you dog.
That's awesome.
So I put her back in the thing. I'm like, okay, I'll show you. And she's right back out again. I'm like, all right. So the third time I put her in, I sat there and I watched her. And I watched as she somehow she learned how to climb out of the gate like she's an escaped convict climbing over the jail fence.
That's awesome.
She knows how to scale a chain link fence or something. I don't know. That's how she climbed this thing up and over. It was the most ridiculous.
Backwards.
Yeah, it was the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen.
Stallone and cliffhanger.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Maybe we'll try a straitjacket next. See how magical she really is.
Tie her to a tree.
She'll find a way. I don't know.
It's awesome. Blue Heelers. Yeah, I've actually heard of that breed. So.
Oh, they're a beautiful dog, Tommy. Beautiful dog.
God, this is what the podcast is going to be. Is just Randy telling us about his life now.
That's what it's always been. I don't know if you caught that or not. Yeah. By the way, shout out to Barbados.
Yeah. They speak English over there.
Do they?
I don't know. Maybe they just get together and giggle at the sound of our voices.
Maybe, but we've been. Well, first of all, the past 3 days, we've been the number 12 comedy improv podcast in Barbados, 3 days in a row. And the week before that, we were in the top 5 consistently. And we haven't released an episode in like 3 months. So awesome. I don't know what we did or who listened or who cares, but thank you, Barbados.
Were they other comedy albums or podcasts from the United States too?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't pay attention. Who cares? I'm sure there has to be, right?
Yeah, I would think. Huh?
Yeah.
Barbados. Okay.
Barbados. So if you want to sponsor us to do a live tour there, we'll be more than happy. Just fly us there.
Go fund me.
No, GoFundMe. There's got to be some rich corporation in Barbados that loves the shit out of us that will bring us over for a tour.
A corporate show.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I find the older I get, the more I give to like GoFundMe's. I just read the stories and I'm like, that's so sad. And then I just like give money.
Wow. That's all it takes, huh? You're a real sad sack.
It's not a lot of money, but it's like you get $5.
Here's $1.57.
Yeah. Yeah, they're so sad sometimes.
Riddle me this: if you're at the cash register at, I don't know, whatever store, Dollar General, we'll say, and they're like, "Would you like to round up to provide money for children in
Some
Mogadishu without eyelids?"
Sometimes, but then you know that that's like a huge tax write-off for them.
No, I'm sure it's a scam.
Yeah, it's well, I mean, I think the people get the money, but I mean, like the
Well, I
corporate
should hope so.
can write all this stuff.
Children need eyelids in Mogadishu.
Yeah, a Taco Bell does it every time now. I'm like, I've been here 4 times today. You already know I'm gonna say no.
Well, I mean, some of these businesses are still claiming there's a coin shortage, this imaginary coin shortage. Please round up. Please use correct change. Please use your credit card. Please kiss my ass.
Oh, you
Please
tell.
kiss my ass, you know? This is America. I don't need to play with correct change. I'll give, if that total is 803, I will give you $9 every time because I don't pay with change.
There you go.
Paying with change is for losers.
Tell him, Randy.
And I ain't no loser.
Nah.
Daddy didn't raise no change payer, you know?
Yeah.
The only thing I use coins for is for putting in a sock and beating my enemies with.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay. On your good side.
Shush.
Homie, don't play that.
Yeah. You tell me about that coin shortage. I'll tell you about a common sense shortage in this world.
I read somewhere too that there was going to be a cash shortage because people were afraid that's how COVID was transferring for a while.
Oh
I'm
my
like,
God. I'm so sick of this world. Can we just stop now? Just stop it. Stop it with your controversies and your stupid theories and your ideas and your opinions. Just knock it off.
Oh man, who'd have thought giving everybody a platform was a good idea?
Yeah. You know?
Let's just all give them like a whole site to themselves, and they can just talk about their feelings and their beliefs, and then shit. It's like I've said a million times before. 25 years ago, people liked their neighbor because they didn't fucking really know their neighbor, right? There's hey neighbor, yeah, you have them over for a cookout like once a summer, right?
I think there needs to be an investigation. If you have a Twitter account, you need to be investigated to see if you deserve a Twitter account. Because I'm sorry, but Carl with his handmade poster board signs in his front yard talking about how UFOs are raping his mother, he doesn't deserve a platform.
Dang, I want to talk to Carl. That's some crazy shit.
Well, he's insane. So
So I want to talk to him. Yeah, let's do it.
I saw a whack job that probably has a Twitter account.
Yeah.
At the Walmarts there. Some people call it, if you're old enough, you call it Walmart, and that's wrong. It's Walmart with its hard T.
Yeah. I've always been Walmart. Yeah, Walmart.
I'm walking into this stupid store, and this makes me miss lockdown because these people, I didn't have my puppy, so they had no reason to talk to me. This man with his stupid tractor hat. I'm walking into the store in a hurry because I'm always in a hurry.
Yeah, I know how that is.
I just never have a second that's just full
In your
of
life, you're always in a hurry.
I just never have a second full of mindfulness. It's always next thing, go, go, go.
Yeah.
You know?
I know how that is.
So I'm marching with a purpose to this Walmart. Don't even know what I'm getting. But this man is looking at me and I'm like, oh God, here we go. He's gonna say something. And he says, Communist Red China right there. I'm like, oh God.
To you, or he wanted you to agree?
He wanted me to agree, I guess. I was on his parking lot talk radio show all of a sudden with no audience and no microphone. And he really had to rant about Communist Red China Walmart. More importantly, he wanted to rant about Communist Red China Ritz crackers because Walmart was completely out of Ritz crackers.
Oh boy.
Communist red China right there. I went here Monday for some Ritz crackers. They didn't have them. I went yesterday. They didn't have them. Went today. They didn't have them. I bought these muffins here today. I'm lucky they were even there. I saw this guy. He bought turkeys. He had a cart full of turkeys. Yeah, what was he gonna do? Stand on the street corner like they're gonna be sold out or something? He's gonna stand on the street corner and sell them. Hey, here's 2 for $10. I don't know what's happening around this place.
Oh man, you should have told him to get a hold of Sam. Get a hold of old Sam Walmart or Walton and figure it out, huh?
Communist red China Ritz crackers.
Yeah, well, Randy, that's how they sneak it in on you. When people think it's silly, that's when they're sneaking it by you.
Absolutely. There's so much propaganda to be found in Ritz crackers. Like the box is actually red. Have you noticed that?
I did notice that.
Yeah, he's got a point then, I guess.
Both start with R.
Yep, see? Although he was going to eat those Ritz crackers, so maybe he's the communist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he enjoys them.
Yeah.
You're onto something here.
I'm on to a lot of things, brother. What's been going on in your life? You haven't said a single word all night.
Not much. Got some comedy coming up. Thanks for asking. Did show Sunday night in Detroit at the Detroit Shipping Company, which is a very fun place.
I love that venue.
Yeah. So that was a fun show.
The shipping company, Detroit Shipping Company, is like a bar / mostly a restaurant type of deal.
Yeah.
And it's made out of all these shipping containers, and it's like the World Food Expo. Like,
it's kind of like it's got an indoor farmers market kind of vibe to it.
Yeah, there's every ethnicity of food you can imagine is right there, which makes it cool because everybody, this diverse. What?
It's a melting pot.
Yeah, all this diverse clientele comes together and eats whatever food they desire, and it's really cool. And
beer, yeah, they have a couple bars, or at least one bar, yeah.
And the last time you were there, you did kind of like an open mic deal, and I'm like, oh boy, because usually those things are a crapshoot, but I feel like there was like 8 or 9 people there, and they all were good.
Yeah, did you go with me?
Yeah, the last time you were there.
I don't even remember you being there. Wowzers. Oh yeah, now I do. That wasn't the last time. I was there a time that was the time before that, because I just did a benefit there too. That's what was throwing me off. Yeah. And it was kind of like the same thing. They're paid showcases, so there's usually 8 or 9 guys. So you get some pay and you get to do a little bit of 10, 15 minutes or whatever. So but yeah, it was another good show. A lot of fun, similar to the one that you were at. Small room, but fills up nicely. And so that was fun. And then this weekend I got Gun Lake Casino on Thursday, and then Caseville Eagles on this weekend is my anniversary, so I blocked it off. We're not doing any comedies. It's next weekend, the 18th. Next Thursday, the 18th, I'm at Gun Lake Casino. And then the 20th, I'm at Caseville Eagles. The next weekend, I was supposed to be with Mr. Dave Landau in Indiana, but we actually had to reschedule for August. So it's kind of a bummer, but I'm glad that we're rescheduling and not canceling. So.
Oh my God, you rescheduled all the way to next August?
Yeah, I mean, I'm guessing that's probably the only thing Dave had open, Wow. I mean, I don't know what came up. I didn't ask any questions in my business. He just said, hey, we got to reschedule August 12th and 13th. So that was supposed to be the Thanksgiving weekend. So, I mean, I'm happy that we're still doing it. I just got to hopefully live that long. Hopefully my heart doesn't give out from all the extra sharp cheddar cheese.
Right? I mean, where's anybody going to be in August 2022? That's insane.
So, but I got some cool shows coming up in January with Landau, and headlining some stuff in December, so that's fun. February with Jeff Dye, who's one of my all-time favorites. Do you know Mr. Jeff Dye?
No, not really. I saw you going on about him, but I don't know this guy.
Very, 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 very funny and cool dude. He has a good podcast too called Jeff Dye's Friendship.
Not better than this one.
It's similar though. Jeff Dye is a wacky fellow, and I mean that in the best way. He's
Let's have him on the program then.
Oh, I don't know if he. I think he's a little too. He might do it. I don't know.
What is he a little too? I mean,
Well,
seriously.
Pretty big. I mean, he was just dating Kristen Cavallari.
So?
Yeah, I mean, he might be on here, but yeah, I'm just saying. Why don't we get other guys? And we just never went to that level before, but we can try.
Why don't we get other guys? Because we don't try.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'm with you. We can try. I would love to have Jeff Dye on. He is very funny. He's very nice. He likes to drink. So.
Oh man, you got a lot in common. Other than the funny part, he's funnier. Yeah, you know.
Oh God, he's 10,000 times funnier. He's amazing. His late night. You got to go look at his late night sets. You just YouTube Jeff Dye DYE. He's so good. YouTube is This Is Not Happening episode. The show that This Is Not Happening. It's so funny. It's how he commits a felony and gets away with it. And I don't know if it was a felony, but he broke into a place and stole something. So yeah, it's great.
Yeah, I bet he doesn't kill at Sanford bowling alleys like you do.
That was a fun show though, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was surprised. Yeah.
We probably had about 75, maybe 100 people in there.
Yeah, I mean,
and I did a full hour, and I didn't bomb. I actually did pretty well, I thought.
You had no help getting up. You had no help before you, so.
Yeah, I don't really want.
Yeah, I know, but boy.
But yeah, that was a fun show. I got lucky because my friends have been there in the past, like other comedians, and I've heard, it's an okay show. Sometimes there's not a lot of people, and I got lucky because there was you guys came out in Beer Wad, and then your friend couple there that you guys double date with, that I talked to at your wedding and stuff. And then
shout out to Scott. He listens to the podcast, by the way.
Yes, and a beauty salon came out, so
sure. Because if ever there was a target audience for your brand, it's a beauty salon.
And God, they were a wild bunch, but I just jumped right in.
Just a bunch of gals out there having a blast on a Friday night.
Yeah, and I felt like their husbands and boyfriends at first were like, fucking comedy. Oh, this is going to be stupid. But I think I did.
Laughing's for pussies.
Yeah, I think I just joined them. And I felt like it was just one huge party where I'm just kind of like leading the locomotion around the room or something.
Wow, you got a high opinion of yourself. You think you're the conductor in a locomotion dance? Get out of here.
I just felt like that's the way I had to play the show, because if I actually just try to do my set and just try to do my jokes without bringing them into it, then there was no way that was going to happen. So that's my favorite kind of audiences, though. That's my favorite kind, when I don't have to stick, when I can just have fun and we can make fun of each other, whatever happened. But whatever happened, I thought it was a little bit of a comedy magic. It wasn't my best show ever, but it was a lot of.
It was a little bit of comedy magic. Is that what you just told me?
I think every time, every stand-up show's got to be magic. It's either magic or you bomb. And that's sure. So yeah. So there was a little bit of magic in the air. I mean, what I mean by that is like my vibe matched their vibe, and we just had a really good time without. I don't know. I think I just joined the party, if that makes sense.
Oh man, you're just a Zen Master of Laughter, aren't you?
Well, no, I mean that was the problem. Is I don't think I could have stood up there and just did my jokes. I don't think they would have liked that. So but that's my favorite thing to do, is to just, okay, you guys want to be wild and drunk? Well, I've been wild and drunk for 20 years, so let's do that.
I'm never not wild and drunk.
Right.
Come at me.
It's a thing that to get used to. I'd say that I probably couldn't have done that show 2 or 3 years ago. I probably would have ate shit. So.
Oh well, it's always bad when you eat shit. I mean,
Yeah.
my puppy, for example, I tell you how smart she is, and she eats her own shit. So how smart can she possibly be?
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Blue healer.
Poofed. Horse noise.
But I got some more gigs out of that show, and I'm going to Wisconsin now for that show. Did I tell you I'm opening for Jay Mohr?
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, it was not from that show. So what is Skyline Comedy Club, who's had me several times, and I really love it. Like,
Oh my!
awesome, amazing.
When is that?
That is that's gonna be April. So what I'm doing is I'm doing the Skyline Comedy Club the 7th, 8th, and 9th, and then I took a show from the guy that booked Sanford. I'm headlining a bar in Wisconsin, a couple hours away from Skyline, that Wednesday, and then that Sunday I think I'm gonna end up doing a casino in the Upper Peninsula, and that's not confirmed yet. So kind of built a whole little like week's worth of shows for myself. So I'm kind of excited
Nice.
about.
But Jay Mohr is going to be at Skyline with
He'll
you.
be at Skyline. Yeah, yeah, just the 7th through the 9th.
Oh
It'll be a
man.
host, and then I'll be the feature, and then Jay Mohr will be the headliner. I think. I mean, unless they decide to have me headline instead.
Way back in the early days when we first started this podcast, I used to listen to his podcast all the time. I loved it.
Yeah, pretty good, huh?
I mean, I haven't listened to it in years, a long
What
time, but back then, more stories. Oh, that was my jam.
Huh. I have to check it out. I've never. I mean, I knew who. Of course, I know who he is, and I was very excited, but never really deep dived into him. I know him and Bert Kreischer have a long running feud. They don't like each other.
Yeah, they used to be good friends, and
Something went down.
yeah, I think it all stemmed from. That's how I even knew who Bert Kreischer was, because he used to be on that podcast in the beginning.
Okay. Okay.
Oh man, I might have to try to go to Wisconsin to see you and Jay Mohr.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, like I said, it might be a long week. I definitely got the Wednesday show. I don't have the Sunday show necessarily, but we'll see. I'm trying to get it.
Get Jay Mohr to give us a soundbite.
Yeah. Right. Oh yeah. I thought about that for sure. And then I got another. This isn't as exciting for you, but it is for me. I got an email from another booker. I won't use his name, but he said, I need a video clip of you to move you up to better paying gigs. And he pays pretty decent already. So I sent him the clip, and he just wrote back, audio is a bit iffy, but the laughs are really good. And I'm like, okay, what's that mean then? The laughs are what we're going for. And I didn't think the audio was that bad. I mean, I could understand it. I get what he was saying. It wasn't the best audio, but I mean,
Sure.
you're.
Yeah.
Shouldn't you just care about the laughs anyway? But I don't know. I'm hoping that I'm like, okay, so did I move up? And I haven't heard yet, but I think it's a really good video from me at Skyline. So I had a really good set that night. So that was a Friday night last time I was there. And Skyline is a room. A lot of comedians will say this. It's impossible to bomb at Skyline Comedy Club. It's set up so perfectly, so perfectly. It's amazing. So I'm super happy to be there with Jay Mohr.
Yeah, that's wow. You're a big deal, sir.
Yeah, I'm a big deal next to a bigger deal.
Yeah.
I'm a no deal. Nobody knows who I am, and that's quite all right. I can work at a restaurant and be the no name comedian for the rest of my life. Be pretty damn happy, I think.
Yeah. He's the big deal. You're the no deal. Let's make a deal and do this again next week. All right. Let's bring the show back.
I gotta tell you though. I gotta tell you something. I can
What?
tell you we're wrapping up. I'm a manager at work now.
You what?
I'm a manager at work now. They put me in charge.
Oh Christ! Don't they know anything?
It was funny because I fought
2 weeks to bankruptcy. That's my proclamation.
I fought it for a long time because I don't like telling people what to do, but it turns out I'm really good at like when somebody gets in trouble or they think, like one lady yelled at us over, I don't know, some food, and the guy was like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry." I'm like, "Look, dude, we're in this together. We're gonna be fine. I'm not gonna yell at you. This is what we're gonna do to fix it." So it turns out I'm pretty good at that aspect, but I didn't mean to be. But the owner stopped in. He didn't know I was managing, and he gave me a rave review, and he told our general manager that he wants to see me in a black polo, and that's what all the managers wear. Because it was just, I hadn't got my black polo yet, so I got measured for a black polo yesterday.
Fucking Black Polo Club, brother.
But the thing is that I think I like serving a lot better. So I think I'm going to try to stay. Oh, I think I'm going to kind of try to. And I found, they made me a bartender too. I love that. That's my favorite thing. So I think I want to stay bartending and serving over management.
Oh man, but you can't deny the Black Polo Club. They'll break your knees.
I'd say bartending you make way more money bartending than management. That's for sure.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
You know how to make a cosmopolitan?
No, but luckily nowadays you just look on your phone.
Oh man, John Taffer would have a field day with you.
That's what my boss said. I had no training. I was like, "What do I do?" He's like, "If you don't know how to make it, look on your phone." I was like, "All right, that makes sense." So I did. Luckily we're not too much of a bar. Mainly just beer and pretty easy margaritas, pineapple mojitos, and stuff like that. Orange vodka slushies.
Orange vodka slushies. You're like the 7-Eleven of bartending.
Yeah, we'll just dump some pop off in there.
Right. Oh God, this has been This has been the Miserable Retail Slave Show. Thank you so much for listening this time. If you liked what you listened to, come back next time. That's all we can ask. I don't know. We were a little bit rocky this week, but we're rusty. Gotta shake out the rust.
I think we started well.
It's all in the finish. It's all in the climax. Hey, girls, hey. Do us a great big favor. Join our, I don't know if I even want you to join our Facebook group anymore. I hate it.
I've been on there in a little bit.
It's full of spam people, and it's gross and garbage. Might go back to the private group. I don't know. Who cares? Follow me on Twitter at mretailslave. Like I said, you liked what you listened to, please tell a friend. Leave us a 5-star positive iTunes review on Apple Podcasts. That would be great. And I don't know. You got anything else to say?
No, that's it. Just follow my website since I just paid for it again. I had to renew it. I just spent a ton of money in merchandise, which, yeah, you have to buy that. And you can order. It's not fun. I like selling it don't buy that from my website, but it's up there for sale. But that's not what I'm telling you. I'm telling you to check out my website in case I'm coming to a place near you. Should be getting some stuff hopefully soon in the Pacific Northwest. I'm trying to get that to come.
Pacific Northwest.
And then I've been accepted into a couple clubs out there, but I haven't. I don't know. It's I don't know how much I should say, but I don't know. I mean, it's not going to be very lucrative, but I mean, I could go out there and have it paid for, I'm sure. So that would be fun. So hopefully I get something up there and go see Bigfoot and shit, and maybe like a Yeti and a Wendigo and all them stuff.
A Wendigo.
I think those are mainly in Michigan and Minnesota. So yeah, I'll definitely see those. So.
Okay. Yeah,
Wendigo? What is Wendigo or Wendigo? Yeah, Wendigo.
Wendigo, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Isn't what that new movie's about? Antlers?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe.
I think so.
Wendigos are big, hairy men, basically. They're probably NASCAR fans, I guess. I don't know.
Was that Wendigos? I think there's Native Americans out there are like shapeshifters and stuff, I believe, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Thank you from the TV show Supernatural.
Yep. They, they
best
shapeshifters.
TV show ever, other than
Excuse me?
The first 3 seasons of Supernatural, if oh my god, it's amazing. That's the best ever.
That's cool.
Have you watched Supernatural?
I've tried, but it seems like a huge commitment.
Oh my god, I watched the first season in one day. But I just had surgery and couldn't get out of bed, so
yeah.
But I'm a huge ghost fan, of course, ghost stories. So they're pretty much just ghost stories, and it's so much fun. I thought they got a little weird after the 4th season, but I think they're
I really want to watch it. I've watched most of the first season and liked it, so I don't know.
actually I watched the second season first because somebody told me about it, and I went to the family video. This is 15 years ago, 20 years ago, maybe it was and so they didn't have the first season in, they only had the second season. So I watched the second season first, but I'll turn on any episode from the first 3 seasons and watch them. I mean, I'll be like, oh, this is a great episode, and I'll just watch it all the way through and fucking love it. They have one on Wendigo, and it's amazing.
All right, I gotta get up at 5:30, so
5:30.
yeah, that's right. So thank you so much for listening.
I didn't realize you were still recording, but yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah. Thank you so much for listening. We'll see you next time. Till then, stay miserable.